Good morning, students. I hope you're having a good third day of e-learning. I just want to tell you that I appreciate all the work that you've put into this so far. I know that the content can be hard, and I just appreciate the fact that every minute you spend on economics, I just want you to know that I really appreciate your time and effort that you put into it. I want to talk for a minute about the quiz. So 2 days ago, you had the Unit 2 quiz that has been graded, and it's on PowerSchool. And I am a little concerned about the grade. So there was a nice spread. Of course, there were several of you that got 100s and 90s, and that's awesome. Like, good for you guys. But there were a nice chunk of you, probably a good about half the class, that were below the 70 mark, that were 60s, 50s, 40s, and even down to like a 16%. So we want to figure out what's going on. Remember that a low grade, it's not just about the low grade, it's about your learning. What is it that you don't understand? Because we can solve that problem. We can figure out what you don't understand and we can learn it. It can make sense to you. It just needs a little bit of extra practice. So today I would really encourage you to take a look at that quiz. So I want you to go back and look at your answers. I want you to see what you got right and what you got wrong. When you look at the ones you got wrong, I want you to make a note of any that you don't understand. If there are some that you just don't get why that's a wrong answer, I want you to screenshot that question, okay? Please screenshot that question and then send it to me in an email. I would love to see an email response, some sort of screenshotted question, and I will shoot back to you an answer. And I'll tell you why that's the wrong answer, and then we can start making sense of this and kind of figuring out where you are in your learning. I really want you to do this before you move on to the next section. So if you don't feel confident in the things that we've learned in the past, you're not going to be successful in the things as we move forward. So please make sure and go back, look at that quiz, look at the things that you've missed, and then move forward into today's lesson. Today's lesson is on floors and ceilings. So floors and ceilings are ways that the government responds and interacts with pricing. So it's when the government actually sets a price and says you are not allowed to charge below this price or above this price, right? They actually set a price. Now, it's pretty rare. The government doesn't do it all the time. In fact, there's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't want to do it this way. There are other ways that the government can interfere in the market that tend to be a little bit more successful than floors and ceilings. But we have to know what floors and ceilings are and how they work in the market because they do exist, okay? One of the most classic examples of a floor and a ceiling is the minimum wage. The minimum wage is a price that the government sets on labor, and it says you cannot charge below this price. So that is the government interfering in the labor market. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I certainly wouldn't argue that, but you just have to understand what it is that's going on, what's happening there. Okay? All right, so good luck on your lesson today. Good luck as you're going through your quiz. Please make sure and screenshots any answers. And yeah, okay, have a good day.